All right. Let me lower the audio here a little bit. I hope you can still sort of kind of hear that. There we go. Yeah, it's a nice sound. I think I may be doubling up on my mic audio. Hold on. There we go. That's better. I have a new audio setup. Finally got myself a loopback license, so that's helped a lot as far as managing audio. But let's see. Make sure. There we go. Settings are good. All right. Back with this piece. How long has it been now? Decades? I feel like I've been working at this forever. It's not all bad though, to be honest. I'm quite happy with what it's looking at like right now. So, yay. I'm very, very proud of it right now. Last time I was here, I left the manatees. I think that's where I left off. I know that's where I left off. And let me see what this looks like without that line art. God, that's not even the palette that I use. Who's been playing here? Who's been using this? Not me. It's not been me. Cat commission. That's something I have to show. I haven't shown this yet. I have so many cat drawings. So many cat drawings. But for this, I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna work on this a little bit without the line art layer to sort of finish these edges so they don't look weird. I'm trying to not minimize the amount of line art that I use, but I'm going to be very selective about where there's going to be line art. Those lines that I was using as a guide are not going to be the final thing. And last week, my pen was acting a little weird. So I hope there's no problem. This time around, everything's charged, except the iPad. But it is charging. So I'm hoping there's no problems. But let's get started here. Wrong layer. There we go. That's right. These are on different layers. Totally knew that. And today our music is provided by StreamTunes, which is a fantastic free music provider for copyright-free music you can listen to on Spotify, and that's no strings attached fee. I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm going to give them a shout out because for the music that you listen, profits go, because this is through Spotify, profits go to Canadian organization that helps bring music programs to schools, which is a really sweet thing. So it's very sweet. Very nice of them. That's enough of that. I'm just gonna enjoy the fact that I can listen to stuff while streaming. Kind of not so hot on these edges right here. They're very harsh. Again, wrong layer. Oh, Gabby. There we go. So some updates for anyone watching this later, and I think there's one person watching on playback. I didn't do a stream last week because I'm going on vacation next week. Last week I was panicking about having all of my paperwork in order because I checked last minute. But everything's good. So I'm going to be out for about 3 weeks. Very excited. I haven't taken a vacation in a long time, much less a vacation this long. So I definitely won't be streaming while I'm out, I'll tell you that much. But I will be I was gonna reschedule the stream for last weekend, or for last Tuesday, to the weekend that recently passed, but couldn't fit it in. So I'm gonna see if I can do something again before the end of the week. Chances are there may be a bit of a late night stream, but I'm sort of leaving early next week, so I'm gonna try to pack. And then next week's stream may be early, so very early, because I'm gonna be in the plane at the time I'm usually streaming. So as long as everything's packed and ready to go, I may do like a little early surprise stream. But other than that, Yeah. I'm gonna be gone for a bit, so I'm really hoping I can finish this today. Gotta get it done. And so far, I think these manatees are pretty much done. I think what I need right now is just to get these lines in and also get some of that moss in that I originally wanted to add. And then do that lighting through the water. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And hopefully that's the end. Oh, no clipping mask. I want this to be outside of a clipping mask. Get me 2 browns in there. Gotta let them be wispy. I think I'm gonna do... Whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Just a green little overlay here. This is just going to be to get a sense of what it may look like, and I keep looking at it at the screen here to see what it's looking, and I'm... Oh wait, that's right. One of these days I'm not going to forget. But not today. Today I forgot. No, no. There. Perfect. See, on the tiny version it looks great, but I'm not so sure. Not so sold on this. Not just yet. Then when I put some lighting on him, here some of these are going to be brighter because the light's going to be hitting it. Usually this stuff is kind of like floating off of them and trailing off. They have like their own little microbiome on the back. Wonder if that's been studied. They have, you know, an entire ecosystem on their back or something. Sort of like a sloth, a sleuth. No, that's not the color. Let's get some of that dark brown. And back to that really bright green. Okay, that sort of kind of looks a little bit like what I want. A little bit, not too much. Okay, so let me try to do, wow, even just like that tiny thumbnail of the layer. That I like how that looks, but I'm not sure I like the look like that. Maybe too detailed. We'll see. Let's look at this liner. To be honest, I do kind of like these lines already. I may, let's do this. Let's alpha lock them. And yeah, they're on multiply. So I'm gonna put them just that one for now, because I'm gonna use the manatees lines in the back as a color reference. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna move this layer. Oh, that's a new one that I had created. That's right. I'm gonna move these two under that moss layer. No, but I don't want them to be clapping. There. That way the moss is on top of the lines. And then what I will do is erase some of that edge. Let me see if I can pull up. Gotta pull up my my guts. No, gotta pull up my reference on a big screen. Pantalla grande. Oh, but I didn't think my tweet went through. All right, let me do that. Oh, I just realized. So I may disconnect. My internet's been bad ever since that storm. That storm with no name. At least I don't think it had a name. No, it had a name. I just don't remember the name. I think it was called Agatha. That passed by right now. This past weekend. Yeah, so everything flooded around the area. Thankfully, I mean, if you've looked online, you may have seen the chaos here in South Florida with the flooding. I was lucky, or at least we're lucky that we live in an area that doesn't have flooding issues like that, thankfully. So we were spared the worst. But I know there's some areas that to this day, the water hasn't come back in. They're very much flooded. A lot of those videos will show you people going on the water, and people like swimming on the flood waters, or like with their kids in the flood waters. Not one to yuck on people's yum, but I wouldn't do that, because when the water floods, the sewage here can sometimes back up, and that's how you get an infection. So I'm not a fan of that. But I remember when I was a kid, my parents, first time here in South Florida, first time going through a hurricane, or living here through a hurricane, we had our parents took us to a golf course that had flooded with water like up to our waist, and we walked around it for a while. It's just like, oh my God, look at all this water. Just very excited about what we were seeing. And it wasn't until maybe a few years later that we realized, wait a second, there's crocodiles here. There's crocodiles in the golf course. There's people. There's crocodiles. There's snakes. There's all these other things that you don't want to run into, especially underwater, where you cannot run away. Not doing that again. So there's that. You learn from experience. Okay. I believe, yeah, I did use not the right kind of tool, but the right brush that I wanted. Okay, I'm lowering the opacity on that layer just a little bit. Oh, this isn't going. Oh, that's why it didn't go up, because the video format isn't correct. Maybe this video format is correct. Try again, Twitter. Okay. Perfect. That's working. I think I'm gonna first color it all with this, which is a pretty mid-range tone. Oh, I see. Those are in the back. Okay. And I am going to erase. But I'm going to erase, let's see, what brush am I going to put here for the eraser? I think I'll keep the liner for the eraser. Yikes, that's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Okay. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just sort of like taking it back a little bit so that it lines up a little more with my liner. Where the liner is going to be. Nothing crazy. There we go. Still incompatible. I see. It's too long. Is it the same color? Okay. There's that optical illusion. It honestly didn't look that dark. I mean, it actually looked darker. Use the smudger because it really helps sometimes, like move that color a little bit easier. Get a nice smooth transition. So then I could do something like this. It really carries the color, the smudgers here. Not so much the smudges, more like spreading. guess, I thought you could crop it, but you can't do that. So I guess instead of sending a video on Twitter, maybe I'll just put a picture. So Twitter, you finicky mistress. I really like this lo-fi. I'll have to show you that. Oh, I can't do that. No, there it is. Okay. So I definitely want to do something darker than this. There we go. Much better. That's crazy. This smudger's crazy. Just absolute nuts. But it looks so nice on the screen. Here I wanted it to be like dark, because that's the underside. No, that's light. I need dark. This is like sort of out in the light, but not quite. There we go. Now I can see whether my stream disconnects or not. Okay. But yeah, so connection has been spotty. Make sure I'm paying attention to that. I don't think this needs to be that dark, but I do want it to be darker than it already is. Okay, so all of these top ones and tail are on the other layer, which... Let's do it now that I have some colors. Make this normal. Max out that percentage. Hello, minimize. Okay. Whew. For a second I thought it froze. That would have sucked. Okay. No frozen. No freezer. Oh, iTunes music. Turn off. iTunes music's so weird. Just turns on its own. Okay. So let's get this dark one again. And we're painting on the layer below. Oh, you know what? For these, I could use some of these colors here. What am I doing? That's much better. So since she's closer to the surface, I can't have her detailed lines be as dark as the baby's. They have to be a little lighter. So I'm gonna go with, I think this is like the lightest color on the lines for the child. The child. There we go. Okay, so it's relatively close to the same color that was already there. So I'm gonna just push it and play with that. Because this is supposed to be like a shadow. So their noses aren't this big. Usually a little smaller. Maybe maybe I should make it smaller. Let's see. Did I switch? No. Yeah, I think it kind of looks a little better. I don't think so. I keep looking to the side and I don't know why. I think I might at some point have to move my camera so it faces here instead of here. Okay. I saw that color didn't take. Hello? Yes. No. E61. Okay, so I'm gonna color everything with this because I don't want to miss lines that I may have put and just missed. I love those little whiskers. Oh, see, I didn't even know a line was there. That one right under the eye. That kind of shook me by surprise. Shook me by surprise. Took me by surprise. Duh. A little bit higher. There we go. It's a little more visible. And now we're gonna take it down. Just a tad. Again with the dragging. That makes the whisker sort of stand out a little outside of the line there. There we go. Oh. Hi, Bun Bun. Oh, that's a tiny brush. Buddy couldn't make it to the top of the container. I'll be right back. Wow. So, Kitty jumped up. Kitty missed. Kitty fell. It's wasn't a big fall. But she good. Alright. So I think this eye, now that it just popped open, I think it may be a little too dark. Mm-hmm. Come on, give me some of the deep green. I'm seeing some of the grass move as I'm painting. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but it's giving it this weird like illusion of movement. Go. Oh. Oh, that's right. Okay, let me merge these two before I keep doing the same mistake. There you go. I'm getting so close to finished. Ugh. Alright. So I'm gonna leave that there. I want to do one layer that is just this color over the entire area of water. And I know this looks, oh, what are you doing? It's crazy. It is crazy. But it's on a new layer, so it's fine. And actually, I should use my filler for this. And I'm going to use this to sort of just... Hello? Yeah. I'm just gonna, tint the waters. And I'm letting some of the texture go through because I want that. There we go. So now that I have that, I'm gonna lower it. You see the difference? I'm gonna lower it to just this much. It's not a huge difference, but it does make a difference. And then here is where I'm gonna add splashes of white in between, not necessarily. Right. So I have not picked the light source. It's from the top. It's a top light source. So I'm gonna go here. I want some, this light has to be scattered. It can't just be. Top down. It's not just about that top down. Oh, if it only to that easy. It also has to do with the ink angle of the wave, because that's where essentially that's where the light is passing through. So I'm just gonna go in between. Just gonna take back some of it, not all of it. Actually, I'm gonna use. It is the filler brush. Okay. Use this filler, big, maybe low opacity, to slowly remove some of these ends from the. And I think just because of, I don't know if you can tell, but it really is looking like it's behind that layer where the water line is, and I don't want that. I actually want it to look like it's coming from in between that, so I need this to be a little higher. There we go. In this case, I need it to be below that line. But here, this is fine. No? Then I'm gonna duplicate. And I increase the opacity. This one I'm gonna blur it. Oh, oops. Not the layer I wanted to blur. This is a layer that I wanted to blur. And I'm gonna add noise. Can't really tell. And there we go. Come on. There we go. And now what I want to do is just to make it really like part of, there we go. If I start adding little, that's not gonna work. Let's use the shader here. Now I can start really defining. These little beams here. I'm actually going to lower that even more, but this is going to be my strong highlights layer. Yeah. There we go. Some water highlights. Let's just do little squiggles for this. Just go left and right. It's not really like pattern because, you know, they're just catching those reflections from above that are very much swimming around just like they are. Oh, that's very bright. These are almost looking like new blades of grass, but I'm just trying to draw. No one's catching the light. I should make it a little softer. Well, I want this one to be. There we go. And I just gotta play sideways here with my pencil. I'm trying to just highlight those areas where the leaves would, where the seagrass would catch, you know, the most light. And that's something important when you're doing something like this, is to make sure you're not only sticking to the areas closer to the center, especially if you're doing a scene, because things do come out of the scene. There's things out behind the scene. So if you don't want to, if you want to draw the focus towards the center of the piece, that's one thing, but don't forget that there's elements outside of the scene too. And if you want to make it look cohesive, you have to give that some focus as well. All right, so let me see. I think that's looking good. All right, so I want to focus on the sky for a bit and not see that the manatees. Just because you know, if you give your eyes a break a little bit after watching something for so long, sometimes you catch on to things that you weren't paying attention to, or you hadn't noticed before. So and for the sky, I'm really not going to do much more different. I want to soften the colors. I feel like some of that lower texture is poking through more so than any other place on this painting. So on this piece, not really a painting. I do want the texture. I just don't feel like this is the best way to show that. Now with those really dark specks coming through, not that dark, something a little lighter. Florida traffic. You can't hear it, but I can. Oh, I can. I think this is finished. Oh my god, how bittersweet. Yeah. Let me see. I think I want to smooth out their sheetings a little more. Oh, baby. Just to have it match a little more of that heron that I have in the background. So I feel like the transitions of the colors are a little smoother. Now he is a bird. It's a different species going for a different effect. He's feathered. But manatees are pretty smooth and compared to feathers, so maybe try to smooth it out a little bit and see how that looks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wrong one. There we go. Oh yeah, it's a little better. Oh, I finished that. Okay, I'm gonna put my signature on it. Let me see. Let me lower this. Yeah, there we go. Boo. I'm out of layers. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Wow, what are the chances? Oh, too big. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very slow, very laggy right now. I don't want it to interfere with that. See, the other side's better. No, I think I'll leave it here. Maybe a little smaller. There we go. Ta-da! I finished. Wow. I finished. Okay. So what's next? Well, for today, I think I'm done. Just because I don't want to start a brand new piece right now. And I don't know if I have something pending right now. I would have to look. I don't need to subject you to that. But thank you for sticking with me and watching these. To the few people that watch these, I appreciate it. Appreciate the likes and the follows that I've gotten the past couple of days. Feels nice. But leave me comments. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know if you're interested in getting a print of these, because I will be making at least postcard prints, but I think that's about it. Unless someone's interested in other types of prints. But you gotta let me know. And this is probably going to be the item to open up my store coming up in July, mid to late July. Target date. I have to finalize a bunch of stuff legally, documentation, business stuff, because I'm an adult now and I do business stuff. But thank you for watching, and next stream Tuesday.